Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. It's the 9th of May 2018. Honest to God, so many stories today. Could they have not saved some for the quiet days when we've got nothing to talk about and we're basically picking through the bones of bad websites on the internet to find stories. Big news today has come regarding Wayne Rooney. Lots of talk. I think it started in the Washington Post and a lot of other British newspapers, tabloids have picked up on it, saying that Wayne Rooney is having strong talks with DC United of the MLS about moving over there in the summer. Now, since that story broke, it's been reported that Wayne Rooney doesn't really want to leave Everton, but is seeking assurances about his playing time. Now that is muddied further by not really knowing who the Everton manager is going to be next season. So listen, this might be a play by Rooney and his agent to force Everton into a situation where they reveal to him what the situation is, or push them into saying, we're going to give you a certain amount of time or whatever. But let's be honest, that really can't happen until Everton sort out a manager, sort out a technical director, whatever. But it's the big story today. A lot of people asking, could he do it in MLS? Is he still got it in his legs? He's still got it in his legs for Everton. It's a big discussion point. Let us know your thoughts on that. I still think that Rooney's got plenty to offer Everton, and this might seem odd, I don't know if he could do it in MLS because of the high tempo and the conditions and the temperatures playing through the summer. I'm not sure that would suit him and the way he plays, unless he played as a proper number 10, which I think he could get away with in MLS. But I'd like to see him stay for another year. I'd like to see us get every last bit of what's left of Wayne Rooney, and obviously there's also the the commercial power of him overseas and in the UK as well. So let's wait and see where that goes. Another big story today, I think it was reported in the Times that Everton are looking at Porto manager Sergio Conceição. Listen, we've been here before looking at Porto managers. Do we really want a Porto manager that got battered 5-0 at home by the other lot? It's just another name, isn't it? Listen, I think he's won the league with Porto this year in his first season. He's been around the block a little bit as the manager, but he's progressed up to Porto. Would he be ready to make that step after 1 year into the Premier League? It just seems like another name, someone who's doing well. I worry that we hear too many of these names, and that Everton's search for a new manager just isn't honed enough, isn't going after a set amount of people on a short list. It just seems to be whoever the current flavour of the month is. It was Fonseca, it's been other names bandied about. Why can't it be Emery? So yeah, again, we're gonna, until we definitively know what's going on with the situation. Marcel Brands, is he coming to the club? One of the directors today at PSV has said, if Marcel Brands leaves, he's got nothing to worry about. The house will still be standing. So he's sort of suggesting that if Brands goes, it's fine. We'll replace him. The way we've got things set up will be fine. So we'd like to think Marcel Brands, if he's coming, could be announced next week. Yeah, listen, Marcel Brands has had enough time to deny that he's coming to Everton Football Club. He's not done that. So that would make you think that he probably, on the balance of things, he is coming. Because if I was a PSV fan, I'd want to know. I mean, imagine, all this ongoing speculation about someone at Everton. You'd want someone to come out and just say, well, hang on, isn't that Sam Allardyce? You want to know, wouldn't you? We would want to know after the game on Sunday. We'd all like to know what's happening at Everton Football Club, and PSV fans will be no different. They'll want to know themselves. So I imagine after Sunday's game, we'll be a little bit clearer on that, and then decisions can be made. Again, another person linked today, Arsene Wenger. Paul Brown in the Star. Paul Brown is normally all right when it comes to Everton. Evertonian himself, I think. So when he said that David Dein could be the intermittent negotiator for Arsene Wenger coming to Everton, obviously the link is there with Mashiri. See, Arsene Wenger, if he was a little bit younger, I think would be a good move for Everton, but I think he needs 2, 3, 4 years at Everton to change the philosophy. I don't think that he could do that in 1 season, even 2 seasons. I think he'd need a little bit of time to get that across, unless it was working with somebody else who could maybe eventually take over from him. But then that's why you have a technical director. But he's been linked today. Would you want him? One of his players, or one of his current players, Jack Wilshere, who's been linked with us for a while. It looks like he's staying at Arsenal, so we can all breathe out, thankfully. He's staying at Arsenal by the looks of it. Looks like they're going to come to terms, get that sorted. It's funny that he's signing a contract now after Arsene Wenger's announced he's leaving, so he's going to be signing, so he's not going to be coming to Everton. David Hennon, a player that came to Everton Football Club when Lukaku did, meant to be part of the deal. It did feel at the time that it felt like he was part of the deal. He has, or is, leaving Everton. He's leaving on a free transfer. Hasn't ever really looked like breaking into the first team. Hasn't at times broken into the under-23s, if I'm honest. Lightning fast player, but just doesn't seem cut out for the Premier League at this moment. He said his goodbyes on Twitter. He said, once a blue, always a blue. Blah, 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 blah. We'll have to wait and see where he goes to, but he's leaving on a free. And Everton have lined up George Hurst of Sheffield Wednesday. They've been chasing him for a while. Listen, it's not a done deal. They're trying to get him. Man United are trying to get him as well, but that's who they've had their eye on for a very long time. George Hurst, son of David Hurst, who should have signed for Everton about 25 years ago as well. He scored for England at every level up to, I think, under 19, something like that. Looks a tremendous striker for the future, and Everton are trying to get hold of him as well. And another Everton striker currently on loan, Henry Onyekuru. The boss there at Anderlecht says he doesn't think he will play again this season, but he should be fit for the World Cup, which is good news for Henry. Good news for Everton if they're going after that work permit, if they decide that next season will be the time to go for him. But as we've said before, Anderlecht have said they've got an agreement in place for next season. But let's be honest, it'd be good if he goes to the World Cup, and if he has a good World Cup, then Everton might look to get that work permit, bring him into the fold for next season, or even just for pre-season, have a good look at him and decide if he's ready for next season. They might decide that he's not ready, he needs another year on loan and he can go to Anderlecht, but I'd rather have the choice than not have the choice. There you have it. There's all the news. There was loads of it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about any of the stories today. Wayne Rooney, would you get rid of him, or would you give him another year? Let us know your thoughts on all that. Thank you for watching Toffee TV, the Everton News Daily. We'll be back tomorrow. See you later.